Okay. Can everybody hear me? Check one, two. Hope everybody's doing all right. I just got a brand new setup here. I'm excited to hang out with you guys tonight. I have been working on the setup for a little while and hoping that everything's working okay. So if you're out there, let me mute my computer. If you're out there, drop me a note in the chat. Let me know how it's sounding. I'm in my Lego studio, which you can kind of see behind me here. I've got let's see over here, some Ewok Village and Simpsons House and whatnot over there. One of these days, maybe I'll take you guys for a tour around. But yeah, drop me a note in the chat. Let me know if everything's sounding okay. So I wanted to start doing some live streams here. I've got a bunch of building to do. I've got some new gear. Hey, Josh, thanks for hanging out, man. It's good to see you, buddy. Haven't been online in a little while. I've been kind of redoing some things here in my studio to get all set up, and wanted to kind of take you guys over and show you what we're going to be working on today. So we are going to be building a little bit of the 2008 Death Star. So I'm using some new software, so just bear with me. You guys should be able to see this now. So this is over on Brickset. This is the 2008 Ultimate Collector Series Death Star set. So the backstory here is I was shopping for the Ewok Village a couple of months ago. It's probably my family's favorite set. It had been on our punch list of things that we wanted to get for a really long time and build together. And there was a seller on Bricklink that was selling the Ewok Village, but also the Death Star, both new, sealed in the box, at basically MSRP or original prices. So I'll show you guys the box here for this set. It's huge. Look at this thing. It's enormous, but you can see this box is completely in perfect condition. And so I'll show you the back of it. It's very, very cool. We're really excited. So I ended up picking up both of these sets and just thought, I'm going to sit on them and enjoy building them over time. And that time is now. So I'm super excited about this. I've been working on it a little bit. I'll show you through. So let me take you guys back over here. If you're just joining, make sure to say hey in the chat and let me know if everything is looking and sounding good. So this is the set here. You can see it comes with all these minifigures over here, which I'll show you in a minute. 24 different minifigures, and just an amazing set that kind of any Star Wars Lego collector, I think, eventually would love to have in their collection. So the instruction manual we'll see in a little while is enormous. The set has 3,803 parts, which I think is the second largest set that I've ever built, aside from probably the London Tower Bridge, which is actually right behind you guys. So yeah, so it's been kind of a very cool opportunity to build this set. It was actually hard to open the box because it's 12 years old and it was such in great shape, but I'm a firm believer that Lego is for building, not for storing. So you can see here I've got, I'm going to move my mic when I get building here, but you can see my manual over here. This thing is spiral bound and actually weighs a lot, so I should be careful not to move it off the table there. But I thought it would be fun, to get on a couple times a week and do some live stream builds. So if you guys have friends, please invite them to these streams. I'm going to make sure I post ahead of time on my channel. So if you're not, please subscribe and then hit that notification bell, and that'll let you know every time I'm going to go live. But it's been a really relaxing way to, get some building done and hang out with some friends and say hey in the chat. So really excited about this and hoping to make it, a fun activity and hang out with everybody. So you can see I've kind of pre-sorted these parts over here already. The set came in 4 boxes inside of the box. And then I'm currently at the end of box 2, which is these older sets had numbered bags, but they weren't they aren't, I mean, there was like 7 bag 4s or something like that. So I can actually move this, I think. And you guys can see all these parts over here. I've even got a few over this way as well. You know, this bag was, that's all from bag 4. so, so yeah, I'm just going to be doing some building here and chatting with you guys in the chat as you guys, you know, send me messages and stuff. I can bring you up on screen here like this, and we can chat with one another and whatnot, which I'm excited about. I think it'll be really fun to, you know, see what everybody's up to. And in time, I can even bring some people on to the stream with me. And you know, we can chat it up and see what's going on. So yeah, we're going to dig into this, and let me show you guys what I've got going on so far. So I'm going to move this mic over. Josh Smith says, "That's no toy. That's a space station." Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm very, very excited about this thing. So looking forward to digging into this. So first of all, let me show you guys the minifigures that came with this set. You can kind of see these guys here. I think maybe we'll cut over to the other camera for this. I think we'll probably have a better view. There we go. So you can see this comes with 24 minifigures. If I tip this down a little, I think you'll be able to see a little bit better. There's let's see, R2D2. I think this is like R2D5 or something like that. Of course, Luke and Han, C3PO, Leia, a bunch of stormtroopers here. And of course, I think my favorite is probably the Han and Luke in the stormtrooper outfits. And also just like classic Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine there. We've got a mouse droid here, if you can see this right here. Pretty cool. And Jedi Knight Luke. Just some really cool stuff. The Imperial Guards. So some really vintage, mint condition protocol droid here. Old minifigures, which have been really cool to add to the collection. And I'm excited to have these for sure. So I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be fun to, you know, have these and put them into their scenes. And then I'll show you how far I've been able to get so far. And also got this guy, this kind of brick built stuff that comes with the set, and some decals over here. So let's take a look at this thing. Oh, sorry. There it is. Let me back this off a little bit here. And I think I might actually go this route. This should be a little bit better. So here's what I've got so far. We've got the base level here. That was, which you can kind of see down here, tons and tons of plates. And then all of these are built out of, you know, light bluish gray brick, which I've never had a set where you get so many just bricks like this, just tons of bricks, which is not common. You know, in most sets, there's actually not that many of the big brick pieces. So really cool stuff though. There's some awesome playability here. Of course, it's the trash compactor, and it's got this amazing Technic thing that allows it to move, but then also over here, the door opens with a lever here that I'm pulling out on the side. If you see that little red thing, it pushes in across the tile and closes and opens that door right there, which is really fun. So everything was kind of built around that. This was super fun to build right here, this huge blaster. Really cool. If you peek in here, there's some very cool like rack of blasters in there. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see. So just some awesome details. I really enjoyed building this, like, whoops, there's the track. And this ledge is put in with some pins, which was a really cool building technique to get that to suspend in there off of the wall. So yeah, so we're on to bag 4, which is going to basically be this um, level on top. So we're going to move um, kind of here across the top and be building up. Oh no, building up a ton of plates to make sure that everything is ready to go with that. And when we're done with all of this, we're basically going to just have a big flat section across the top here. So that's the plan. Got some work to do, and guessing that most of this won't be, I won't need this, so I'm going to set it aside, and then I'm probably going to be installing that a little bit later. So, so yeah, let's dig into this. So, let me know who all's in the chat and what you guys are up to. Maybe we can start by, of course, chatting a little bit about the Mandalorian. Curious if anybody out there caught Chapter 9, Season 2, Episode 1 of The Mandalorian when it came out here the other day. I have been waiting anxiously, as I know many of you guys probably have as well, for The Mandalorian to kick back in. We enjoyed Season 1 a ton, and have really just loved that entire series last year when it came out. So we've been looking forward to Season 2 quite a bit, and are hoping to make it kind of a tradition to sit down and watch the show together. We waited. My wife was out of town on Friday for a little bit for work, so we ended up waiting till Friday night and sat down and watched it together, and it was super, super cool. I've heard some pros and cons. Kind of curious, what did everybody think? I don't want to put any spoilers out there in case anybody hasn't seen it, but definitely really enjoyed it very much. So there we go. Josh says, saw it and loved it. I do have some deeper thoughts about the series. Well, lay them on us, Josh. Would love to know what all you thought of the series and the this is harder than I thought, building and talking at the same time. I'm curious what you thought of the episode. I'm definitely really excited about the cameo we saw at the end, and excited to see where things go with the rumors of Ahsoka Tano being cast. I think that could be pretty cool. I'm still fighting my way through the Clone Wars. Man, there are so many episodes in that show. I'm trying really hard to get through it, but I'm still in like season 3 of Clone Wars, and then I've seen like half of season 7 because when it came out I was watching it in real time because it was just so cool. So let me know if you guys can see this okay and everything's still sounding good. Like I said, I'm using some new gear, which I'm excited about, but I want to make sure that my voice is loud enough and that it's coming through clear. And by the way, if you're new to the stream, drop a comment. Let us know that you're joining us, maybe where you're joining us from, and what you've been building lately. And then please give the stream a thumbs up. I'd be really grateful. Like I said, I'm just trying to get this series started and looking to probably make it a weekly thing, if not a couple times a week, hanging out with you guys and put some things together, which should be a lot of fun. So let's see here. Pro tip for you guys building at home. I've got a music stand over here that just has a rubber thing on the back of it that allows me to just set it on a desk. And boy, has that come in handy, because when you have lights on and you're building, a lot of times I find the lights make the instructions have a really bad glare across the set, which is kind of tricky, I think. So let's see here. Sounds good, looks good. Thank you so much. Slick setup. Appreciate it. Been working hard on this. It's going to get better, though. I'm using my laptop camera right now until I get just one more piece of equipment in, but I actually have a rack above me that you can't see right now that has an SLR camera, and I also have an SLR camera there. So next time, if not the time after, the stream should take even a bigger upgrade, which is exciting. And I worked really hard to get this so that, you know, the chat is a little bit more interactive. I know I've been on a lot of live streams and I can't stand it when you're there and you're trying to talk to the people and they don't reply. So I was hoping that we could do this and kind of as a community hang out, do some building together, chat about what's going on in Lego Star Wars and of course the Lego Star Wars. And yeah, should be kind of a cool way to get together. But yeah, thank you so much for the compliment. Appreciate it. I'm glad to hear it's all sounding good. Josh says, seems like storyline might have potential to get a little stagnant if episodes continue to be deviations from its primary mission. Episodes like that might have the air of being fillers. Yeah, I agree. I had a friend recently just say to me that he felt like episode 1 of this season is basically a remake of, I guess it'd be like episode 2 from last season, right? Like go out into the middle of nowhere, kill a large beast, protect the child, and I hadn't really thought about it that way. I do really like, though, how much we're getting to kind of know areas of the Star Wars universe that we otherwise have not gotten familiar with in the past. You know, there's definitely parts of Star Wars that we've heard and or known about, you know, like the Jawas, for example. But so I'm enjoying getting to see those a little bit more. Anybody here watched oh gosh darn it, what is the name of that show that Timothy Oliphant was in? Justified. I loved that show. That was Captain Rex, my dog, saying hey. But yeah, Justified is a favorite show of mine, and so it was really cool to see him get cast. I had heard that he might be cast in this season, and hoping we see a lot more of the Marshal in this season. It was also cool to see 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more. It was also cool to see Amy Sedaris back, kind of as the protector of the child, which was really neat. I'm really waiting on that cliffhanger from Chapter 5 in Season 1 to be resolved when they were out hunting that bounty hunter, and I'm really curious to see where that goes. And I also thought it was kind of smart of them to connect the trailer with that big fight with the Gamorrean guards to the very beginning of the episode, because now we've kind of already seen where things, like, kind of already wrapped that up, if you will. So now we really don't know what's coming next. I mean, there was obviously other stuff in the trailers that we haven't seen yet, but yeah, that was interesting. So let's see here. Yeah, if you just join in, we're building the Lego Death Star, talking about Mandalorian episode 1, season 2. Josh says, let's see. Yes, it is very cool to see more of the universe and see how the Easter eggs pop in and out. Yeah. Speaking of Easter eggs, what was that thing that showed up at the after they slayed the, I think they called it a crate dragon? I was trying to figure out if they said crate or grate, but what was that? Was that supposed to be an egg of that thing? I was a little confused at that point. The big white ball that showed up. Just curious if anybody has any thoughts about that. So Sam Cowell popping into the chat. Hey, Sam, thanks for hanging out, man. Talking about Mandalorian and working on this top level of the 2008 original Death Star. I'm actually missing a little 1x2 light bluish gray plate. I'm sure it's around here somewhere, but as I said, it comes with like hundreds of parts. So I'm trying to get this going. Actually, 1 second, I'm going to hop over to my stuff and grab one so I don't have to waste time looking for it. Appreciate you guys joining me. If you're new to the stream, please consider liking the video so YouTube can tell more folks to come in and hang out. And this is what I got going so far. I think you can see this here. So yeah, it's coming along here. Let's see if I can add this back in. Yeah, there we go. Still getting familiar with the streaming software, so thanks for your patience with that. There we go. I think we're in good shape here. So, yeah, look like a pearl. Yeah, I totally agree. That's kind of what I thought which would make sense given all the sand. Very cool idea. Yeah, I'm really curious to see. Oh yeah, and Josh says in the chat, looked it up. According to some deeper literature in the canon, those dragons are known for creating those pearls inside of themselves and are highly sought after. Oh wow, that's a deep dive, Josh. Thanks for the insight. So Sam says, can't beat the OG minifigs from that Death Star. Yeah, I don't know if you caught these earlier, Sam, at the beginning of the stream. I'll give another quick look at these. Here are the minifigs from the 2008 Death Star. So I'm about closing in on halfway in on this thing, and thought a live stream might be a nice way to say hello to the audience and also try to get this thing done. I've got some really exciting sets behind me in my backlog, and I'm really excited to build them with you guys. So looking to make this kind of a weekly hang probably. And if you guys want to get your stuff out, you're welcome to build with me while we talk about Lego and just kind of hang and relax on Sunday night before we start the week. So if you're new to the chat, go ahead and tell us what you're working on, what you're building these days. It'd be great to hear from you guys. Whoa, Josh Smith is saying that the dragon is also the skeleton. Sorry, I'm trying to get these comments from A New Hope. Whoa. I had not thought about that at all. Okay, very cool. Not the exact one, but the same species, he says. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, this is one of the cool things about these side runs that they're doing in Mando is, this will come up and then we won't hear about it for a while, but then it seemed like in season 1, things would go away. Like, Cara Dune, was a prominent figure in the series, but then also would not, then she'd go away for a while, but it still was a really impactful thing having her there, obviously. So I'm excited to see what they do with all these different, how everything kind of ties together, even though it does, as we've kind of talked about a little bit, feels a little bit like, it's all over the place sometimes, and you're not really sure what's going on. So, so I'll mention this. You guys can kind of see this on the Death Star. Like, this is just a series of tons and tons of plates. So it's actually, I'm not going to say difficult to build, but you got to really pay attention, because if you don't, you will snap these together. Like, this is only overlapping by like one stud right here. And yeah, this is I'm just trying to be careful that I get the groundwork for this thing laid just right, so that don't run into problems later. We've all been there. I don't know what happened to these 1x2 light bluish gray plates, but I don't see them, so I'm going to go grab one more. Be right back. Looks like I need one over there too. One more. It's nice having this in my Lego studio here where I can just grab what I need. And if they pop up, then I'll put them back later. So, let's see here. Nice subtle nod. That's one thing I've appreciated from The Mandalorian, much more so than the prequel and the sequel trilogies. The references are much subtler, which makes the universe feel more authentic, in my opinion. Totally agree. Yeah, it's I like that too. Things are not like overdone. You just kind of every time you go back, you can pick things up from the show, and I take things out of every time I rewatch it. We just rewatched the whole first season. Let me know in the comments if you guys did that before season 2 came out. And I've probably watched all those episodes now a handful of times, but I'm still taking stuff away from rewatching the show, which has been super, super fun. So, one of my favorites is in episode 2, chapter 2, season 1, episode 2. When he's in the kind of cavern, and he's about to get attacked by I think they're Tusken Raiders. You can actually see them jump over the passage in the thing in the reflection of the helmet. You guys know what I'm talking about? Let me know in the comments if that's making sense. In season 2, right before he's walking with the child, and you can actually see them jump over in the reflection of his helmet. And my son pointed that out to me, which was super, super cool. I couldn't believe that I didn't catch it the first time. It's kind of some foreshadowing. It was a really cool moment. But yeah, there's just so many subtle nods to the Star Wars universe, which has been really cool. And I'm not a lifelong Star Wars fan. I got into this stuff being a dad. I haven't been a Star Wars fan, growing up. I actually wasn't really into it. It's not that I didn't like it. I don't know, my parents weren't necessarily into it, and I didn't get turned on to it. But then my son, when he was even much younger, was just bonkers about it, and I got hooked pretty fast, as you can imagine. So it's been cool to sort of catch up, if you will, and discover all that. So, Sam, I'm going to get to your comments here in just a second. So here's a quick look at where we're at here. You can see I've got a quarter circle, and again, this is going to be that kind of middle section that we're building. And I'm about to now line this, it appears, with a bunch of black plates, apply a couple, some tile work around here, and we'll be there in just a second. So just wanted to keep you guys posted on how this is going. Let's see where this goes, and then we'll see what Sam had to say here. So Sam says, let's see here. He says, the Mando series certainly has done a good job. The only Star Wars content which is better, in my opinion, is the original trilogy, Episode 3, and the Clone Wars. Yeah, okay, cool. That's interesting. My favorite content is right now probably Mandalorian, but Rogue One is still like super high on my list. But like I said, Sam, I'm also not like a long time fan. So I don't feel like I feel the same way about a original trilogy that a lot of people do, because I came into the game so late. Interesting take on that. I like season 7 of Clone Wars better than Mando. That was pretty awesome, man. Those last 4 episodes of Clone Wars, oh my gosh, so cool. But both are great. Josh says he's got to run. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate you hanging out, man. It's great to hear from you, buddy. And keep your eye out. It'd be nice to have you on next time. And I'll post again soon about when I'm going to schedule the next hang. Next time, maybe you guys can bring some bricks with you. Let's see here. So I got to dig out a bunch of black plates here. Give me just a second. I think I kind of sub-sort these by large plates, large angled plates, 1x bricks, 2x bricks, 1x plates, 2x plates, round stuff. And that's about it. That actually gets you through most of what you need. And then from there, you know, it helps make sense of this. Otherwise, it would take me forever to get through some of this stuff. So, Sam says, Shattered was great. The best Clone Wars episode ever. Remind me, Sam, which one is that? Like I said, I'm trying to get caught up on Clone Wars. I'm in the middle of season 3, fighting through it. But man, there are just so many episodes, and some of them are not my favorite. Like I don't enjoy some of the episodes. Most of them I do. But just watched the one where Aura Singh kind of goes back into her history, and I was having a really hard time paying attention and sticking with it. But yeah, Sam, which one was Shattered? Was that in season 7? I'm guessing. Awesome unboxings. Just hitting the chat. Hey man, thanks for hanging out. Welcome to the show. We're doing a live build, as you can see here, of the tip the camera up for you, the Death Star from 2008. I've got the parts here. I'm in the middle of box 2 of 4 at the end of that box. And we're talking a little bit about Mandalorian Season 2, Star Wars, Legos in general. So, oh, it's Nick. What's up, man? Changed your channel name. Okay. Well, awesome having you, man. Thank you so much for hanging out and jumping on. So, been excited to get the new look. Nick, you've been around for a while. You probably noticed a couple different changes here. I've got some new software to hang with you guys, and I'm excited to new studio setup, lights, the whole 9 yards. So, we're doing really well that way. Sam says, that was the final episode of season 7. Yeah, with the clones turning on Ahsoka. Yeah, the Clone Wars can get dry. Yeah, I'm struggling with that. I tried to watch through in order, and of course you hit Clone Wars pretty fast, in chronological order, that is. And then I really wanted to keep moving. I also have not seen Star Wars Rebels, which I'm very excited about watching, but I got to get through these Clone Wars episodes. So, gonna keep fighting, just stick with it. But yeah, some of the stuff, there's been a couple episodes that are incredible, but then it just gets so slow. And the plot changes so much from episode to episode. You know, there'll be 2 or 3 kind of episodes about a certain topic, and then all of a sudden we're like somewhere totally different. So I've actually kind of had a hard time keeping track of what's going on in the show, which is also a little tricky. So looks like we got some new people in the chat. If you're new here, please say hello, drop a comment. We're having a good time talking about Mandalorian and Clone Wars, and I'm working through the it's almost time for the Star Wars holiday special. Yes, that's true. I actually was just up last night looking up prices for the employee Lego employee gift that came out last year, the X-Wing, the red and white, like candy cane X-Wing. Are you guys familiar with that set? Let me know in the chat. I can easily go and show it to you here. Maybe we'll take just a little break after I get through a couple more steps. I'll show you guys this thing. It's incredible. And I know you can build you can get the parts list and build it from bricks. So I was thinking about doing that. But yeah, there's the new. That's right. Isn't there a new Star Wars Holiday Special coming out too? I think I had kind of forgotten about that. Let's see. How many? 1, 2. Boy, this is a little bit of a tricky build here. You got to really get these things right in the right place. There we go. But yeah, I really want to get the. I'm a huge Winter Village, Lego Winter Village, and Christmas person. I actually don't have any of the Star Wars minifigures from the holiday, like advent calendars and stuff. So that's also on my list of stuff to get. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the holidays for sure. I've been waiting to get through Halloween. That's not really my favorite. And so I can go out and get our Christmas lights out, put it up on the house, and we always enjoy all that stuff. And Sam says, let's see here. Sam says, did you see the Lego promo with the Christmas themed Falcon? I don't think so. Drop a link in the chat, Sam, if you have access to that. And if you guys are enjoying the stream tonight, please like the video and consider subscribing and hit that bell. And next time you will hear about when I'm going online. It's great to have you guys here hanging out for sure. So let's see. Nick from Awesome Unboxing says, I think Ahsoka will be in episode 5 of season 2. Dave Filoni is directing that one. I did notice that Jon Favreau directed episode 1, and I was curious if they're going with the same model or not of am I missing? Yep. Been missing parts, and then there's these blue tiles that I couldn't find. I just realized there's a small bag of parts here that I did not open. So that's been the issue. I'm feeling a little better now. Yeah, I did notice that, which will be very, very cool. Sam says it'd be cool to have the X-Wing. Let me show this to you guys real quick. I'll go over here and pull this up. We'll take a little breather. Employee. Let me see if I can get this to come up on brick. Brick set. Let's see here. X-Wing. Go into sets. Let me take you guys over here so you guys can see what I'm seeing. So we're on brick set, looking through these X-Wings. I saw this last night. There it is, the Christmas X-Wing. You can see I've got this one pinged as I want this set. Let's take a look at this thing. This is so cool though. It's got the candy cane sort of shooters on the side and the red and white. Looks like it comes with Yoda too, with like a sleigh and a little white hut as well. But I just think this would be so fun to have on display. And actually, so then I went down this rabbit hole checking out the employee gifts. And this is the 2018 employee gift, giving you guys a little tutorial on how I use Brickset. But this is another really cool one. And it comes with an awesome, this is not Star Wars, it's just holiday stuff, but a really cool like brick-built reindeer and then a sled that I thought was really, really neat. So, but yeah, this is definitely the, this is definitely on my want list. You can see they're going for several $100s online, but yeah, we'll just gonna see if I can find it for a reasonable price. Go from there. Sam says he's coming on the way with the link to the Christmas Falcon, which is cool. So, let's see here. So waiting on that. Let me know what you guys, what's the last set that you guys all built? Or if you're not active on the Lego stuff, what's the last Star Wars thing that you've been watching or checking out? Be curious to know if you want to tell me in the chat. Got, as I said, some exciting stuff happening here on the channel. I'd really appreciate it if you'd consider sharing this with some friends and letting them know about it. I've got a brand new studio set up here. And I've got a 4K camera that looks incredible. I love the way it looks. I just can't, I don't yet have it connected to my computer, so that's coming soon. And got some amazing builds that we're going to do. I have some unbelievable Mandalorian-inspired large mocks being announced soon, which sits behind me on a couple tables. I've got a small Rogue One mock to share with you guys. I just got a huge haul from my local Lego club of parts that I purchased. Just so much stuff, gang. And also just spent a good bit of money on some custom Star Wars mocks that some other people in the community have built that I'm going to rebuild and review on the channel. And got some interviews coming up here on the channel. It's going to be super cool. So please help me spread the word about what's going on. We're going to do these Sunday night live streams and hang out with folks. We can bring you guys in to visit eventually, which would be cool, and see what you guys are doing. Should be a lot of fun. So says Santa upgrading his sled to an X-Wing seems like an appropriate evolution. Modern problems require modern solutions. That is the truth. Santa just got a lot cooler in my book. And then Sam says, the last set for me that I built is the 501st Battle Pack. Yeah, I've got that one right behind me here, along with the Ahsoka AAT. I've bought a few and I'm turning the pieces into minifig scale vehicles for the clones. Awesome. Very cool, Sam. I'd love to see that. I love it when people modify sets and kind of make them their own. I think it's a really nice way to go. So here's where we're at, guys, with this quarter of the Death Star. We got a little bit built here, but it's taken a while. I just applied these decals. Got these cargo boxes here, some tiling, which is coming along really nice. So that's cool. And then Nick over at Awesome Unboxings. Let's see here. Oops, sorry. Says, did you see the holiday themed Black Series? I have not. I know that these are the Black Series Star Wars figures. If you guys aren't familiar, I know that they just released like that Ahsoka Clone Wars wave. But at, I think, Walmart exclusives or Target. A friend of mine collects them, and he was asking me to help him keep an eye out for them. But yeah, Sam, I didn't get the link to the Christmas Falcon. And then Nick, if you've got more info on those, I'd be curious to check those out as well. So it's time to apply this thing to our main build here. Don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it. Spin this around. There's a trash compactor, and this just sits where? Right on top, I believe. This part kind of isn't cool. This part has been very difficult. It feels really unstable. The rest of it's been great. But we're going to pop this on here. Let me put you guys up here so you can see a little bit better. there. So I just set this whole thing on top, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop it down here. I need 2 hands though. So let's see here. Gotta be really careful. This thing is pretty stable, knock on wood. Famous last words, right? As I pop this thing down. But I just want to make I'm one off, that's why. Sorry, I gotta fix this. Okay. There. Okay. Now we're good. Boy, this is not the simplest installation. Doesn't want to. There we go. Okay, cool. So let me show you guys what we got here. You can see we just added this section up top. So yeah, it's gonna work out really nicely. So there we go. All right, I'm gonna set this aside. Sam just says the link, but looks like it's not. It's not coming through. It's an official Lego build to promote a contest. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I'll check that out, man. Sam, the link's not coming through in the chat. Do you know? Does it have a set number by chance? I can just look it up. Contest being whoever builds the best Christmas themed Star Wars sets wins free Lego. Now, that's something I can get behind. I have been seeing a ton of Lego Star Wars builds for that Lego contest they're doing online, and it's awesome. So definitely, I saw the kind of gingerbread house AT-AT, and I saw, what else, a snow globe that was incredible looking that I want to take a closer look at. And I saw something else that was incredible. What was it? Maybe it was not an X-Wing. Maybe, yeah, I think YouTube blocks links for some reason. So, yeah, I'll hop on Discord. So yeah, if you're new to the stream, thanks so much for hanging out. Drop a note in the chat. We'd love to know what you're up to. We're chatting about some holiday themed stuff while I'm fighting through this Death Star build, and just enjoying a low-key Sunday night here, trying to make sure everything is going smoothly. So just got done with a quarter of that section, and gonna hop into this next part here, which is usually filled with a lot of plates, and you have to kind of lay them together, as you can see here, like a jigsaw puzzle. Like nothing connects them at first, and then you have to go back and like sort of attach the pieces, which is kind of strange way of doing it, but that's okay. So and I'm always afraid I'm going to put this stuff in the wrong spot, because these bricks are kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So let's see here. So this Death Star set is a Ultimate Collector Series Lego set. I'm curious what everybody's favorite UCS, if you could only have one Lego UCS set, what might it be? Or do you have any Lego UCS sets, and what do you think of those? This is only the second UCS set I have, I think. Eventually it'd be cool to get more of them, of course, but I think at the moment I only have the two of them, and I'm curious what you guys have in terms of sets, what all you've been there we go, what you've built before, or if you could have one of them, what do you think it would be? There's so many that I'd like to have. It's definitely a tough choice. There we go. Let's see here. UCS Falcon is the best, Sam says. Okay, so you're going for the big guy, huh? That's been on my list. It's so huge, though. I almost wonder if it's almost like too big. I don't know. I want to build it, but I also kind of at that point would want to build like there's so many other things that I wouldn't mind having. It's also expensive, as everybody knows. But yeah, that one's pretty awesome. Have you ever seen it in person, Sam? Curious if so, what you thought of it. I've never actually seen it in real life, I don't think. So I'm gonna, one of these days, have to check it out. Definitely would like to add that thing to my collection at some point. I have a super awesome video coming for you guys here in the next week or so. I can't decide if I'm just going to do it as a live stream and then keep it on the channel, or make a video and then just publish it. But I came across some incredible vintage stuff, Star Wars Lego stuff recently. Very, very vintage stuff that kind of just fell in my lap last weekend, and picked it up, and really excited to show you guys what I got, talk through it, check out what all is in there, and kind of look at what I paid versus maybe what it's worth, and just value how good of a deal it was or was not. But really excited about this. Sometimes you just got to pull the trigger, so yeah, that should be cool. So keep an eye out for that this week for sure. Sam says the Falcon is huge. Yeah, I'm actually, I should move this down here maybe. Definitely want to add that one to the collection for sure. No doubt about that. So let's see here. Sam says, also I have to head out and finish. Got some homework to do. Cool, man. Thanks for hanging on the stream. Yeah, I got a little ways to go here. I've got probably at least fight through this next quarter of the ship tonight, and then we'll see what's going on. So yeah, man, please hop back on. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who's been hanging tonight. It's been a lot of fun. And I really appreciate the channel support, and yeah, like I said, we got a new studio set up going this here that I'm excited to share with you guys and get some building done, and show you guys some of these like super cool sets that I've got in my backlog. This is just one of the big sets that I have, and before I buy any others, I really want to make sure I enjoy building these and get them out, and then we'll do a video where we kind of go and find a spot in the studio for these to have a home, get them get them displayed, get them on the shelf, and that way you can kind of see the end result and where they end up in this whole process. And my Star Wars Lego stuff is all in the other room, so I can take you guys in there and show you, you know, where we end up displaying this stuff when it's all said and done, which would be kind of cool, and make it happen. So yeah, we're on box 2, bags 4, which is like a ton of I think that's not right, a ton of bags of stuff. There we go. Boy, this part is really tricky, keeping track of all these plates and then making sure that they go on the seams in the correct location. But we're making some good headway here. We've got a quarter of that main floor done, and I imagine got several hours of building ahead, but I'm going to keep chipping away at this thing this week and see if we can't get it added to the collection. So excited about that. Should be cool. So let's see here. Yeah, and so just kind of recapping this set. If you're new to the stream, came with 24 minifigures, which I built already. And if you didn't catch the beginning of the stream, I built this. I snagged the set new in the box, actually. When I was buying the Ewok Village, I found a seller who had both sets available. I was actually looking for the Ewok Village specifically. New in box, selling them for cost, like what they paid for them, which I was just so floored to be able to find that. What an exciting moment. Like, just didn't expect that. So I kind of had to pull the trigger. I wasn't really looking to buy all of that in one take, but it was just such a great deal, and these are like classic sets. I'm really excited to have them, and going to be really cool display pieces when they're done. I'm enjoying, the build process enormously. Just grateful to have the opportunity to add these to the collection. It should be really awesome. So I'm gonna pop these in, and as you can see here, I just now have completed the second half of the floor. We're gonna knock that out. So I may actually do a thing where I try to go get on most days this week, and leave me a comment on the video if you're watching when a good time would be to stream during the week. I'm curious, like, would like midday work for people? Obviously some people are working, but during the pandemic, I'm just wondering if there's actually like time where people are just around. You know, if we just hopped on for like 30 minutes or an hour and did some building and stuff, I thought that might be kind of cool. Nights, of course, also work, but I just want to get some things scheduled so we can hang, and looking forward to getting this thing built. As I said, there's some really exciting stuff to add, and you know, I imagine maybe Fridays we'll do it after the Mandalorian premieres, so that maybe we could chat a little bit about that as we're building some Star Wars stuff here. Sorry, this part's a little bit tricky here. Let me make sure I got this right. Yeah. Which might be kind of fun to just kind of get initial reactions and talk spoilers about it and see where everybody's at with the Mando stuff. So I'm also going to be announcing a brand new mock soon on the channel, so stay tuned for that. I've got a mini mock in motion right now that I'm going to be wrapping up and sharing soon, and then a brand new large mock that I'm working on. I've been kind of designing in my head for quite a while, and we're going to dive into a weekly series, building some Star Wars Lego stuff. So yeah, really looking forward to that series as well. So lots of really exciting things. We got the, like I said, the new studio space here is really helping. Went through a renovation over the last year in the basement here, and now the studio is up and running and gives me the ability to do a lot more stuff, which is exciting. So yeah, should be pretty great. So I think we're about done here with this quarter of the build. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, we add a couple things and we pop this thing on. I think we're there. So yeah, so once again, everybody, just want to say thanks for having you hang out. It's been nice to see some old friends and new ones in the chat. Appreciate you, relaxing while we build the Death Star. So keep an eye on the channel. I think we'll call it there for tonight, but keep an eye on the channel as I schedule future live streams. We're going to make this a habit. I've got a lot of work left to do here, and we'll, like I said, find a cool place in the studio to get this placed, and then we'll move on to some other exciting builds that I've alluded to. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks again for hanging out, and I will see you on the next video. Have a great night.